How long has it been since I last went this hungry?
Hello everybody, Rise Dragon here, and welcome back to Tales of Arise. Alright, so we give me 1 second. Are picking up where we left off, trying to find the fourth Renin Lord. Deadeye pretty much sent us on a wild goose chase to no avail. Now we have to go back and see what he has to say.
You guys want to rest here?
There are still so many creatures we don't know about.
You should get some shut-eye. I think we've rested long enough. Let's keep moving.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Damn it! Can you take it?
It's a duel of the arts! Glacial spear, here and here!
Get the enemy wheels off too.
We'll see you right back! No sooner said than done! Glacial, your power is a spectacle to behold. I'm not trying to be dramatic with it. Still, it's a part of you. Embrace it. Raging storm! Swallow's flight! Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished. A comfortable win.
Little help!
Stay calm. I shall provide assistance.
Raging Captain! These ones can run rings around Field! Let's get you off the floor!
Evening smelling to me.
Yeah, and the bubbling to me.
Arrow wall! Now
Take this!
Cyan instant!
Take this!
Raging Captain!
Here I come!
Dance in the wind! Gemini off field!
Double demon fang!
Elusive deity.
I'll be saving this one!
Wow, look what I just found.
Get lost!
Resonate with the earth.
Stalagmite! No escape!
Outfall! Glacial spear! Piercing! I'm not so good with airborne targets! Freeze Lancer!
Come one, come all! Got fire!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
All yours! Explosive!
So that's how a lord fights.
I don't perform as well when I'm observed.
I'm going to
My exploits are bearing fruit.
This will be a delicious piece of cake. You're surrounded by freeze laser. Nail. Cover the caster.
Your reflexes will not serve you well
Carry the
either.
tread.
No further!
You're mine! It's over! Double demon fang! Here I come! You're
Gusty nail.
Damn it! It's too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Raging storm.
Flash! Swallow blade!
There. Got it. Searing flame.
You're finished!
Here we dance in the wind.
Burn!
I'm on now.
Go! Look sharp! Lightning tiger blade!
Looks like we got them all.
About damn time. Took long enough.
But that's...
Right. I can't wait.
Head on over to the plaza.
What's going on? It seems busier here than before.
Hey, look. Isn't that Bayfon over there?
Ah, there you are. It seems I owe you all an apology. I'm guessing you didn't find the Lord back in the forest, did you?
No, but something tells me you already knew that.
That I did. Turns out I bit down on some bad intel when I should have known better. Apparently, Deadeye's not as trusting of me as I thought.
But why would he feed you bad intel?
My guess? He wanted me to lead you all astray. Make sure you weren't sniffing around where he didn't want you to be. While you were off in the forest, I got word that one of our squads captured the Lord. The place wasn't even close to where you were searching.
I see. Well, the important thing is that you finally caught her. Did you suffer many casualties?
You're not going to believe this, but she didn't even put up a fight. She had no escort either.
Well, what about her Master Core? Was it recovered?
Sorry. They only briefed me on the basics. For now, Deadeye's getting ready to make his victory speech out in the plaza. In the meantime, I've been ordered to set up a defense perimeter around the outside of the city. So I'll be out of town for a while. I imagine Deadeye will announce what he intends to do with the Lord during his speech. You'll have to let me know how it goes. Anyway, until next time.
A Renan Lord surrendering without a fight? Something doesn't add up here.
I'm afraid I can't say I know much of her lordship personally.
There's a lot about this that doesn't make sense. The Master Core is a concern too. Let's stick around like Bayfon suggested and see what happens. We don't leave until we get to the bottom of this. I'm worried about just what Deadeye has in store for Almeidrea. For now, let's wait at the inn until he gives his victory speech. I wonder if something happened.
Everybody's so excited.
They can hardly be blamed when they've apprehended an enemy leader. That said,
Yeah. Isn't there some way to calm them down?
I'll boosh you, boosh.
These must be the
Boosh!
demons the Darkwings freed.
Yeah. The city might be in ruins. The people have risen from the ashes.
This is the place Bayfon said Deadeye would reveal the Lord's fate. I wonder what he'll do to her.
Well, is that?
Yes. It's Lord Almadria Chineris.
Please stop! No good can come of such hatred. Stop or there'll be no turning back.
Is this supposed to be justice? Astral energy? Why now?
You don't think that...
The fruit of Helgen. Just...
First, that chick needs to work on her maniacal laughter.
I did warn you, did I not? Nothing good can ever come of such nasty hatred.
2, that whole cutscene was awesome. Everybody hollowed out instantly. And now I have to kill
Found you
her.
at last.
I swear it. I'll make you pay for what you did to my parents!
What do we have here? Could it really be the witch from Dana? Honestly, I thought I had wiped all of you out of existence back then. I guess there was one survival after all.
Hey, Rinwell!
Shut up! This is the only thing that's keeping me going anymore. Stay out of my way or I'll kill you!
Rinwell.
I'll kill you. I swear it. I will kill you! What did you... Why are you defending her?
I'm not really sure, you know. But when I look into your eyes, I can't let you do it.
What about you? Are you not the one who got revenge for his father? Don't I deserve that as much as you? Move aside. If you don't, then I'll blast you again.
Even so, sorry. I'm afraid that I can't let you do that. No way. I can't let you kill her. Not while your face is full of the same hatred as those people who died.
You saw what she did. What are you saying? She should just get away with it all?
You're right. Rinwell. I don't know what I'm doing. But still, I know it's wrong. If you go through with this, I know you'll regret it. I'm sorry. I am. Forgive me.
I can't believe you. You, of all people. Of all the people!
Toasty Tootsies.
Why did you... Why you laugh?
Cause you're
Is your little show quite finished?
a bitch. You should just be done
For
in by
many
her, I
years
guess.
of my life, I devoted myself to the study of astral arts. But the
I don't
knowledge
like
I took
Rinwell.
from your family was
I really
truly
fucking don't.
enlightening indeed. For that, you deserve a reward. I shall allow you to taste one of the fruits of my labor.
Well, Law regained his strength real quick. Oh, she makes dinosaurs. That's
Rearranging life and death to form new hellish compositions. That is what I do best. Now behold!
Law, I'm...
Sorry for almost blowing me up. Hey, not like it's the first time. Come on, we need to take her down.
Okay. Get the wind! Please now. Will this help?
I'll exploit the enemy's weakness.
None shall escape my judgment. Hold it! Blow that red!
Eternal devastation!
Field, Mega Red! Get the wind! In here, lightning!
You're mine!
This one.
It's over! Double demon fang!
Lightning!
You're
I'll be
finished!
saving this one. Freezing storm!
Eternal devastation!
Raging up! By the power of water! We will stop the raging cascade!
You're mine!
I'm only getting close to my dance to the wind!
All mine!
Annihilation! That's what the doctor ordered! Here, let me help! Raging cadet!
Catapult! Double demon fang!
Reload!
You're mine! Catapult!
Raging storm!
Try harder! My turn!
Blow Mega Ray!
Struck!
Gemini Alpha! Weak!
Fairy circle! I owe you one!
Divine Streak!
Tails a problem. Then let's focus there first.
Take this!
I never miss!
Elusive deity! Not today!
Not in your dreams!
I'll smash you! You're finished!
Better!
Eternal devastation!
Lightning Lord!
You're mine!
Here's evil!
Swallow blade!
Freeze blade! Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Blade spear! Here's evil! Searing blade! Reload!
You're mine!
Elusive
You're
deity!
finished!
Ow.
Elusive deity! Ice tornado! Dance in the wind! Elusive fury! Burning water! Here
Heal!
in here!
No
shall
further.
escape my judgment! I'll be saving this one!
Take this! You picked the wrong fight! Now you see what I can do!
Lightning Lord! More with that
You're
kick! The
mine.
sky is mine! Lightning Condensed Circle! Thunder Blade! Cover the capture! Mega Ray!
I owe you one.
Mystic mercy.
You're mine!
This one's mine!
Try harder!
Here goes!
Strike!
Not in your dreams!
Ah!
Thunder Deal!
Not a chance!
Raging Blade! Do it!
Remote!
Astral Energy!
Say no more! You're mine! Begin! Eternal devastation!
There! Sleep now! Getting stronger!
Switching up its movements! Watch out! You're mine!
Ooh.
Saving this one!
Let us take to the fray.
Oh,
Here I come!
yeah,
You're finished!
Elusive deity.
Here I come!
Taking fire.
Shattering! No further!
Attack time.
I'll be saving this one!
Armor won't save you.
Searing Flame! Reload! Get ready!
Denied.
More of that from London! In here! Here, let me help! I'll be saving you today!
I'm grateful.
Lightning condemns! Searing Flame! Reload!
Try harder! My turn!
More
You're
of
mine!
that
You're finished!
Raising Luna sword.
from Ryan Run!
Bestow thy mystic mercy.
Don't leave us!
Allow me to help you! Thunder Blade! Great!
Snake
Here's
the abyssal
evil.
deep. Clear for
Raging
benediction.
Cascade!
kind of walk right in there.
Here goes! Lightning! Air Thrust! Photon Blast!
Here I come! Ignite!
Can you take it?
Vanquish
Time to
Dragon!
let it rip!
It's go time.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Bestow thy mystic mercy.
Holy crap, 48,000 HP. At all.
Annihilation!
Hey, Leon, you should probably get a...
Dance in the wind! Feel! More for the stockpile! First
Take
aid!
this.
More with that kick from!
Ow.
Shining Supernova! Raging Cascade! I'll heal you all!
Eternal devastation!
Healing Circle!
How you this to do it?
Elusive
Lightning
deity.
Lord! Arch Shield! Not on my watch!
It's over!
I can carve through armor.
Firmament Render!
Eternal
Frost
devastation!
and Rend! Arrow Squall! Water! Hear my call!
Ah! Ether!
Thank you! Vanquish! Here's evil! Where are you going? Divine Strength!
Bestow thy mystic mercy.
Hear me! Flame of Fury!
Circle.
Water! Hear my call! Get wall! Blood! Blood! Blood!
Inferno!
I'll face you.
Devastation!
Thunder Ray! Thunder Blade! Not in your dream! Firmament
Eternal
Render!
devastation!
You require a
Here I go!
in a bind.
Mega Ray!
Ah! Ether!
Gemini Aqua!
Take this!
Annihilation! Cascade! In here!
Allow me to
I'll
help.
be saving this water! Hear my call! Blood! Glacial Spear! Here's evil! Lightning Ray Lancer!
Now you see what I can do.
Seal!
Raging
Here
Luna sword.
goes! Reload! Not in your dreams! And again! Lightning Lord! More with that! I'll be saving this one. This one's mine.
Another incantation ruined.
More where that came from. Gemini Alpha. Here.
Fairy circle.
Raising cascade. Seal. I'll be saving this one.
You bitch!
Fear. Pierce evil. Now.
Commander of Heavens.
Phoenix Cyclone.
I wish there was a death animation that came with those strikes. Instead of them just
Is
falling
everyone all
over.
right?
Yeah. But Almeidrea got away. Linwell, are you...
What the hell happened here?
Bayfon, is that you? Thank goodness you're okay.
I've been outside the city this whole time, but I sensed a disturbance in the wind and decided to turn back. What happened here? Where is everybody?
Almeidria's handiwork. She allowed herself to be captured so she could rile up the Danans into a frenzy and rob them of their astral energy. She wiped out almost everyone in the plaza, including Deadheim.
Deadheim's dead. Everyone. And the Darkwings. Almost all of our companions in the Resistance. How could this happen?
Regardless of what she had to gain, what kind of person would do something like that?
A crazy
If she
ass
managed
bitch.
to find kinship in Kelzelik, then I'd say the very worst kind. It's clear now that she used Menancia as a testing ground for the fruits of Helgen, before using them here.
So everything that led up to this moment was all a part of her plan.
Once she knew they'd eaten enough tainted food, she just needed to get herself caught.
We have to go after her. Balseth and Ganabelt were horrible, but Almeidrea makes them look like saints. I doubt she's really gone back into hiding. We have to put an end to this, once and for all.
Yeah, what she's done can't be forgiven.
I don't know what to do. I saw what hatred did to those people, but hating her is the only thing that's kept me going. I can't just stop hating her.
So go home.
What am I
I don't
supposed
want
to
you in
do?
the party.
Tell
Bye-bye.
me. Smile at her from across the battlefield? Apologize while we fight her?
Yeah,
I don't know if I
that
can
sounds like
do
a good
that.
idea.
Rinwell.
Go somewhere.
Nobody can understand what you've been through. We can't even begin to imagine the pain you've experienced. But if hate is what has kept you going ever since that day, then let it be your strength. However, think about this. When you've had your revenge, when we've beaten Almeidrea, then what will you do?
Huh?
I'm saying you're going to have to find a way to survive once that hatred is gone. When it is, what do you plan on doing then?
I don't know. I've never thought about it before.
Almeidrea's death doesn't have to be your end too. You need a reason to live, Rinwell, not an excuse to die. Understand?
She's right. We could never truly know the pain that Almeidrea has caused you. But I think you should listen to Shion. Give yourself time to consider things. And if it's too much right now, it's okay for you to sit this one out.
No. My head might be a mess right now, but I'm not letting you fight Almeidrea without me. I need to be there. Please. That much I do know. I'm going with you. And on the road, I'll think about it. A reason to live. Without hate.
That said, it'll be no good chasing after her blind with no idea where she went. Bayfon, do you have any ideas where she might have gone?
I can't say for sure, but west of here is an underground harbor along a cliff near the coast. She spent years building a ship there, a floating fortress that she called her castle on the sea. No one quite knew why she wanted the thing. But now...
Of course. She's already effectively destroyed her own capital. It's likely she planned to abandon her realm as well.
Right. That's as good a lead as any. Let's go.
Thank you for the one gifted, Allie.
What's that woman going to do next? No.
Nothing good, I'll bet.
We'll stop it this time.
I still can't believe what that Almeidrea did. Not only that, but she was enjoying it.
It's patently clear she has no respect for human life whatsoever.
We need to take her out. I don't think I've ever felt so enraged at another person in my whole life.
Yeah! There's no way she's getting away with this!